All right, we're on day 5 of the stay-at-home order, and already things are not looking really good. It kind of sucks when I see this kind of news, um, but it makes sense to me. So I'm a huge fan of Lanai. I love Lanai. Lanai is my favorite island, and we go there every year for axis deer season. But I've gone there for not hunting. I've gone there just to visit, and it's one of the most beautiful islands. The great thing about it is its population is so small. You can go to places on the island and there's not any footprints or signs that people have been there. So that's really nice. And of course the wildlife is really nice to spend time out there amongst the birds and the animals. But I never did get to stay at Manele and Coeli. I've been there. I've visited, and like checked out the properties and always wanted to stay there. But I guess there's it's the lockdown is so bad because of the COVID-19 that yeah, they're gonna furlough people. 752 workers. That's crazy. That's a huge percentage of the workforce. Um, I don't know, what do they say here? 2/3 of the employment of the island. I think there's only like, I mean, last I heard, there was probably like 3,000 people living on Lanai. It might be less. I don't know. Um, but there's not a lot of people living there, and the majority of the people who live there work, you know, at the resorts. So that's a lot of people. Oh, here we go. Just over 3,000 people. That's the total population of the island. So, yeah, and things are expensive. I mean, when we go, we try to pack everything in. We bring a crate, um, and we just throw everything in there, all of our food and toiletries and pretty much everything. Even our meals, we freeze it, um, and and just heat it up while we're there. Um, but we do visit the grocery store there, and it's pretty expensive. I usually get some snacks like cookies and stuff, and ice cream. It's pretty expensive. So yeah, with if they're furloughed, that means they're not getting paid, right? So it's gonna be rough. I don't know. I don't know what the people there are gonna do. That's gonna be really tough for them. Um, oh yeah, and they're also talking about the Young Brothers rate increase. 46%. That's a pretty huge increase. Um, I think it cost us just over $100 to send our crate to and from Lanai to Oahu. And it's gone up. I mean, I think when we first started, it was like $80, and then I think last year was over $100. So it's been going up every year. Um, and I know they had reduced the the trips to the neighbor islands, and that we've been there when the weather was bad. Like our crate didn't show up one year, that and all of our hunting equipment was in the crate, so we couldn't go hunting. It got delayed. I think season started on Saturday. We didn't actually get it until Sunday, I think, when it came in. They had to wait because I think it was like high winds and high surf, so the boat couldn't make it. and we had sent it like I think a week in advance, and it the weather was just so bad that it just couldn't get there. So that was rough. And we went to go. We usually eat when we get there at Blue Ginger, and they had a reduced menu because a lot of the produce and stuff that they order um, on the boat couldn't get there. So um, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the price increase is going to be passed on to consumers there at 46%. That's a lot. I mean, considering you're already paying a lot for stuff there anyway. So I don't know what that's going to be rough. I don't know. That's going to be tough. Um, well, we're not. I really doubt. We usually go in February. I really doubt we'll be able to get there in February. February. I'd be very surprised. They canceled. So we were lucky this year. So February was right before COVID started, and we were able to spend the whole week there and hunt. But when we got back, usually there's muzzle loading after and then high powered. I think the muzzle loader guys were able to get in, but the high powered season was cut short. So there's a lot of people that didn't get to um, hunting this year. And then I think Mouflon season got canceled completely, so nobody got to not to go there, got to go there for Mouflon hunting. And so I don't know. I really doubt that we'll be able to go there in February. It doesn't look like we're going to have a handle on this by then. I mean, there's still a lot of time. I hope we do. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to go there for the 2021 season. I mean, I wouldn't mind going there, just to go fishing or just to hang out. But I don't, yeah, unless something happens and they get a grip on the hunting season, COVID thing is going to prevent people from going hunting there. So the good thing is the locals can still hunt. So they're not, I don't, if they hunt, if you hunt online, which most people do, you're not going to starve, right? At least you'll be able to have some meat, some smoked meat or whatever, some deer meat. Um, but yeah, that's tough. So yeah, that's I hate to see. I mean, we're seeing this happening in Hawaii. Today they announced that Hawaiian Airlines is gonna let go of a whole bunch of people. Um, yeah, it's the shutdown and the decrease in tourism is really tough. And so, like, this is not like they're being furloughed. Um, Bruce Anderson, the director of Department of Health, and Nolan Espinda, public safety director, they're stepping down. They're going to retire. It's good that they can enjoy retirement. It kind of sucks to be retired right now because you can't do anything. I kind of envision my retirement. Um, retire early while you're still healthy. You can still do stuff, travel, do a lot of traveling. enjoy the all that Hawaii has to offer. Maybe go fishing, hunting. No, go to a lot of movies. The movie theaters just reopen and then they have to shut down again. That kind of sucks. I was, I had a movie crew who would go every Tuesday to the IMAX movie theater and watch, the latest movie. And we haven't done that since March, so it doesn't look like we're gonna be doing that anytime soon. That's pretty horrible. I love movies. I love seeing movies in the theater, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I were them. It's kind of weird that they would be retiring in the midst of this. You would think like they would want to, you know, do their best and try and, it's not. These are the head people, right? These are the leaders. It's kind of weird that they're just retiring. It's almost like they're quitting, right? Quitting the fight, or they're being forced out. I don't know. Um, I mean, there's a lot of criticisms about them. I don't really get a lot of confidence from them when I see them on the news, but I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what exactly that they're doing. Um, all I know is that uh, considering how little cases we had initially, for it to have spiked as much as it has, I think it was an inevitability, but we should have predicted that and taken the steps to, you know, mitigate it and deal with it. But I don't know, they didn't do it. Even the prisons, right? The prisons, all this time, the prisons were doing well. They weren't any infections. And then in just the last month or so, that's when all the cases came out, right, at the prisons. And then it just kind of went crazy. So I don't know about Josh Green. Like Josh Green, he's very critical of a lot of people, and I understand like he's a doctor and he's kind of as a matter of fact, but at the same time he's a lieutenant governor, so he's a politician. Um, I think it would be better if the government was more united in giving us, trying to instill some confidence in us. I don't really get a lot of confidence in our government right now because there's a lot of infighting. There's a lot of pointing fingers at each other, and I kind of like the mayor's. The mayor had a press conference today, and he said the only way we're going to get through this is working together, and I kind of agree with that. And pointing fingers, I know it's good for news, right? It's good for like water cooler talk or whatever, but it's not really helpful. And everybody's making mistakes. This is something new, something that Hawaii has never seen before. Um, the systems that we have in place are just completely inadequate for it. Um, right? I mean, we're used to like extremely low unemployment, like single digit unemployment, and then all of a sudden we're like double digit unemployment, and it's probably going to get worse. So like our unemployment system just was not, whether it was staffing or just the systems that they had in place, it was designed for, like low low quantity of unemployment, and now it's like extremely high. So poor thing, that guy, he, I don't know if he got pushed out, but he ended up. So you see all these departments that are kind of like directly affected by the COVID, by the government or departments directly affected by COVID, and helping people. They're responsible for helping people. They're failing, and a lot of it might not necessarily be because of the people there. Well, I mean, it's definitely like the people there, but I mean, they're being placed in a system that's just not adequate, and so even the Department of Health, they were just very unprepared for this, and I don't know if their hands were tied. Like I'm sure, um, I'm sure they made their recommendations, and I'm sure they were told, because I've worked with doctors before, and like when stuff like this happens, they're like, we just gotta just lock everything down. But from a political standpoint, you're like, well, you can't lock everything down. I mean, people still need to, business still needs to happen, and people are going to be affected by this. Um, but I mean, you have to do it, right? Because it's such an infectious disease. And again, like nobody really understands the consequences of your actions with something like this, because you can't see it, right? And if everything looks like it's going great, which it did in the beginning, with such a low number of positive cases, um, I think no one really took it serious. I know I didn't take it seriously uh, when I first heard about it. I kind of started taking it seriously when I saw what was happening, like in New York, and then I was like, "Holy crap, that's like serious." So, and then of course that coming back to Hawaii, for us, we're kind of lucky we're on an island, but then when they said, "Oh, we're not going to stop tourists from coming here," it's like, "Oh, okay, are you taking this thing serious?" Actually, it was the cruise ships first, right? First cases came in on the cruise ships, and they were like, "Oh no, just let the cruise ships come in." Like, okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then we were all worried about it coming from tourists, right? Coming out of state. But we just, I mean, we're so interconnected in today's world. You know, the airline industry was just going gangbusters. I mean, people were just planning trips. I know like local people were just planning trips to the mainland just for like the weekend. I'm gonna go to the mainland for the weekend. It's like, really? You spend 5 hours on a plane so that you can spend a couple of days and then you gotta spend 5 hours to come back. I don't know. But you know, the prices were really good. Southwest came down and they were, prices were good. So there's so much um, travel involved. It's kind of just we kind of took that for granted, that we underestimated the consequences of our behavior in such an infectious. Um, Man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Dr. Anderson and Mr. Espinda were planning on doing a lot of traveling, and that they're not gonna be able to do that. That kind of sucks. Or if they do, they're gonna have to quarantine. But I would not travel anywhere right now. I know a lot of people went to they, they flew up for college, right? Their kids going to college or whatever. Like I would, and I don't know. I don't know. Sitting on a plane, you just don't know if like who's sick or not. And I hate to say, like wearing a mask, probably not going to do you much good if you're sitting on a plane packed with people, and all it takes is one person, right, to get sick. I mean, that the Hawaiian Airlines person who infected their entire yoga class, the entire yoga class got infected, and that was like probably only like an hour of exposure. Can you imagine being on an airplane for 5 hours? I don't know. That's just weird. So yeah, I don't. The Dr. Libby Chars, I think she used to work for the city. Um, she's a practicing doctor, so she's accepted the position. Um, that's going to be a tough position to be thrown into. Um, Hopefully, she's better, more of a leader, and maybe more progressive, and hopefully, like the higher ups are more supportive of the changes that need to be made. That might be something that, you know, Dr. Anderson probably tried to push for things, and he couldn't get support for it. But now that everybody's kind of taking this thing seriously, and that's the thing, whenever you change leadership, right? I mean, usually it happens because it has to, and then the person coming in is kind of set up better, right? So I don't know. I'm just saying, like, from the press conferences that I watched, I was not given a lot of confidence from Dr. Anderson. Um, Sarah Park, she gave me confidence because at least, I might not agree with her, but um, at least, she was a matter of fact, and she was she had conviction in what she was saying. Um, and maybe she couldn't do the things they needed her to do with the contact tracing because they only had like 5 people, I don't know, doing contact tracing, and maybe they couldn't onboard the 100 people that they needed in like a week. Um, but as a director, I just didn't get a lot of confidence, a sense of confidence from Dr. Anderson when he was speaking. He didn't give it really a lot of insight. He just kind of reiterated like talking points, and so I'm not really sure exactly what he was doing there. Um, I don't really know too much about the public safety and what I know he was in charge of the prisons. I don't know what happened in the prisons. We have so little information. They, they make so little information publicly available. We have no idea how it spread there, how, like where it originated, why, like the whole thing with the guards being overworked and having to come in, and some of them are coming in sick. Um, you would think they would, take it seriously and do something about that, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like you can just onboard a whole bunch of new prison guards, right? They need to be trained and everything. But they just weren't prepared for this kind of a health emergency at the prison. So I don't know. I mean, it's easy to criticize. Like a lot of people can criticize and like, oh, I would do this, I would do that. But this is like a complicated problem, right? I don't think anybody has any answers. Our governor doesn't really give me a lot of confidence, you know. Um, I just don't get a lot of confidence when he when he speaks. He's saying talking points, and sometimes he says some interesting things, but there's not really any leadership. He's not, um, you know, he doesn't come down with a strong enough hand. I think when the public doesn't follow the rules, a lot of things are coming in from the mayor, and he's just kind of signing off on it. There's not much leadership from the state going down. It's always going up. And he just signs off on it. So I just don't get a lot of confidence from Ige. I'm really happy with the Kauai mayor. That guy really took a lot of initiative, and he really, he implores to the public, and he makes a case, explains his case, and tells you straight up, hey, this is what you guys need to do, and do it. Just do it, and that's great, you know. But yeah, I don't know. This that was kind of a big news though with the retirement of these two like leadership roles, and they're now just retiring in the middle of an emergency. That's just not a good sign. I don't know. And this other thing, I kind of this is kind of more national news, but this is just really weird, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys were following this, but this is this guy was wearing this Patriot Prayer hat, right? And that's apparently an alt right group. And he's protesting, right? He's walking down the street protesting. And he gets shot by I don't know if it was an Antifa guy. He just gets shot like in the chest. Um, unprovoked, I believe. I believe the guy just shot him. Um, and it's weird if you read the news or listen to the news. There's not much being talked about the shooter, right? Like the Kenosha shooting, all we hear about is the shooter, right? This guy Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old kid who shot somebody. He was called in to help his, I don't know, some people that he knew to protect their businesses because they were having riots, and he was armed, and apparently it's legal there. Uh, and he was attacked. He was attacked. It's just weird, It's the presentation of the news is just weird. It's just weird. Like in this article, there's nothing about the shooter. There's so much. I mean, there's nothing. The whole article is focused on the shooter, and I'm sorry, the Kenosha shooting article is all about the shooter. There's very little information about the victim and like what the victim was doing, right? Like all you care about is, oh, okay, the shooter shot somebody, so the shooter's bad, and this is why the shooter, or they're trying to paint a picture. It's just weird. So if you it's just weird how the deadly confrontation started. Uh, Rittenhouse was walking down the street near the car dealership holding what investigators later determined to be an AR-15 stop. And by the way, AR-15, everybody says AR, oh, automatic rifle. No, that's not what it stands for. AR does not stand for automatic rifle, right? It's aim right. Aim right was a brand. Aim right, and the model was 15. Model 15. It doesn't stand for automatic rifle, and anyway, and it's semi-auto, right? Everybody knows AR-15s are semi-auto now for consumers, and I'm assuming that's what he had, was a semi-auto AR-15. Anyway, it's they're talking about like social media accounts believed to belong to him, portray a young white man with an affinity for guns who support Blue Lives Matter and President Donald Trump. Um, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that has to do with anything. Uh, doesn't say anything about him, why he was there, right? I mean, they're trying to paint a picture, oh, that he supports Blue Lives Matter and he supports Donald Trump, but they don't mention like him being out there to protect, you know, business from the rioters and the looters and stuff like that. So whatever. Um, and then it says, okay, so Rosenbaum was one of the people who got shot, and I think he died. He was unarmed, and he threw an object that appeared to be a plastic bag at him and missed, according to the complaint. And then they just say, oh, okay, some loud bangs happened, and then he fell to the ground. Okay, and then Rittenhouse, who's the shooter, he's the one who called 911 to report that he had shot somebody. That's that's pretty decent of him, right? He didn't run away or whatever. But he did end up shooting and killing this person. So then, within the same article, so this is written by the author of the article, right? This is their interpretation of whatever facts they've gathered, is that they don't say why he was there. They don't say exactly what happened. They're just trying to paint this picture of this kid, and that he's a Blue Lives Matter supporter, President Trump supporter, and he shot somebody. And that's pretty much all they say there. But in the same article, I guess they interviewed the journalist who was following the person, and they got the account from the journalist. this is almost like, oh, and by the way, this is actually what really happened. After they tell you, they paint this kind of picture of it. Um, so like within the same article, this is just weird. Within the same article, the journalist told investigators the victim who got shot was trying to get the suspect's gun. Uh, and then he got shot, right? Like, I don't know, I don't know about you, but if I have a firearm and somebody tries to take it away from me, um, I think it's in my best interest and the interest of other people around me that I shoot the person, right? Because if not, he's going to grab the gun. Usually, like that's what happens, right? If somebody gets a hold of your gun, and police, this happens too. They get a hold of your gun and they end up shooting you with your own weapon, right? And they might end up shooting other people. So he was basically being attacked, right? And that's self-defense. Um, anyway, and there's a video which I saw, right? Everybody's seen that video, I think, that shows the suspect, right, the shooter. He's running away. He's like retreating, and people are chasing him. So he's not like gunning people down. He's like he doesn't want to shoot anybody. He's running away, and then he trips and falls. Right, somebody jumps on top of him, and then he shoots that person. So it's just I don't know. I mean, and those are like the facts of what happened. So it's just weird that. So this is the presentation, right? Anyway, it says person can be heard yelling what sounds like "beat him up." Another person can be heard yelling what sounds like "hey, he shot him," right? Get him, get that dude. So and these are the protesters. They're chasing him, right? So then the suspect trips. Um, as the people chased him down, he lay on the ground. A second person identified as this guy Huber. He doesn't approach him. He's running at him, and according to the video, if you watch the video, with the skateboard in his right hand. And I didn't see him whack the guy with his skateboard. He might have. I can't recall him whacking it. But it says when Hooper reaches the defendant, it appears like he is reaching for the defendant's gun with his left hand. Skateboard makes contact with the defendant's left shoulder. The defendant rolls towards his left side as the victim tries to grab the gun, and then he fires one round. So he doesn't keep shooting the guy. I mean, he just fired one round. He's like defending himself. And then some other people try to attack him, and then he ends up shooting at them, but they just get wounded. So I don't know. It's just weird, like this presentation, right? So this is the conservative person, the conservative shooter shooting a protester. Okay? And then you got this other story. Then this is more recent, right? The conservative victim. The headline is the alt-right group Patriot Prayer, associated with the man killed in Portland protests, has a history of provoking left-wing groups. This was just a matter of time. That is so weird, right? It's like, oh, it's okay that he got shot because he belongs to an alt-right group. Okay, so what happened? Like, who's the shooter? Like, why was the shooter there with a gun? Just scan through this. Here we go. Skirmish. Skirmish between alt-right and Black Lives Matter protesters ended Saturday night with the shooting death of Aaron J. Danielson, supporter of far-right group Patriot Prayer. Who's the shooter? Right? Who's the shooter? Second paragraph, no shooter. Third paragraph, no shooter. Fourth paragraph, no shooter. Who shot him? The whole story, like, who shot the guy? I mean, the guy got arrested. The shooter did get arrested. They caught the person who shot him. And, this whole article is about basically like the alt right group. It's, I don't see anything about. I don't see anything about the shooter, like who shot him. It's just weird. I don't know. Anyways, I just find that kind of strange. Reading, yeah, and maybe that's why people don't want to pay attention to the news because that's just that's just weird. Like I wouldn't know what to make of it. I mean, I read this story. Like this is in CNN, right? It's all about the shooter, right? Very little is mentioned. Like I would think you would talk a little bit about the victim and like why was he there? Did he do? But this is just all about the shooter, all about the I don't know conservative guy shooter, right? And then you got all about the alt right. I don't know. Maybe this guy was the alt right guy too, right? Maybe Rittenhouse was an alt right guy. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's all about him. And then this article is all about the alt right, but he's a victim. This guy's a victim, right? He got shot, and he was unarmed, and I think he was. From what I read in other articles, it was unprovoked, and he just got gunned down. Um, but it's okay because he's alt right. It's kind of strange. I don't know. Anyway, there's just a lot of weird things going on, and I don't know. I don't see it getting better anytime soon. And maybe that's why it's better to just stay at home, and maybe this stay-at-home order is a good thing. I mean, we're in Hawaii, so I don't really hear this kind of things happening here, but people are talking about it on Facebook. I mean, a friend of mine just posted on his Facebook about um, was it Rittenhouse, right? This guy. So a lot of people use GoFundMe to raise money for their legal defense when these things happen. And usually GoFundMe, you know, lets it happen because everybody does it, right? I mean, criminals who have actually broken the law can use GoFundMe to raise money for their defense. Well, they banned this guy from having a GoFundMe page. That's weird, right? Um, so I think I don't know where. So there's this other site called Give Send Go, and so that's kind of like a crowdfunding site that's not GoFundMe, right? This is a Christian crowdfunding site. So this is where he is able to somebody set up a Give Send Go account or campaign, and this is where he's raising money for his legal defense. So I don't know. It's just that's weird to me too. Like, why would GoFundMe restrict anybody from setting up a GoFundMe campaign? I mean, geez, you see the stuff that's on GoFundMe? Some of it is like crap, really. Like, and some of things are kind of sketchy. So it's just kind of weird. Like, this guy has a real case. I mean, it's not like he's a mass murderer, right? I mean, he killed somebody in self-defense. In fact, they even mentioned like they let him go, right? The cops, like, he shot the guy and then he had his hands up. They took the gun away from him, and then they found out what happened, and then ended up letting him go. uh, and then they charged him later, right? They did an investigation, and then they they found out, okay, yeah, he shot a couple people and killed one person. So now, he's gonna, he's gonna go to court and be tried, like legally, like through the justice system. He's gonna get tried. So it's just weird. Like GoFundMe would not let him set up a GoFundMe page. I don't know. Anyway, so this is what I do in my free time and blow off some steam. We can play some PUBG. This is fiction, so don't worry. Come on, don't give me a hard time about this. This is entertainment. Not like you're killing anybody. I'm not gonna go out and kill anybody. I'm just playing a video game. And it's hard, and chances are, like I'm gonna die. Like I'm not good at this. No, Chris, I am not gonna live stream. Actually, I might be live streaming on YouTube. So I'm using Restream. I'm just kind of messing around. I used to stream um, World of Tanks, like for gaming, because there were some people that I was playing with in like New Zealand and stuff, and they wanted, they would play with me. So I would stream, and that way they could all, we could all communicate, and they would be notified when I was playing, and they would jump on and join me. But I don't know. I definitely don't want to be talking about like negative news all the time because that's kind of depressing. I'm hoping there's a lot. You know what? KHON. I watch KHON. I don't know if the stations they might do the same thing. KHON does a great job coming up with stories. They're actually it was kind of tough to watch local news for a while because they're just getting a lot of stuff off the AP wire. When there was slow news days. I remember back in the day when I was younger, the news stations would actually come up with their own news stories, right? They would send reporters out, hey, give them an assignment, and they would come up with an article, or come up with a story, and film it and package it and present it. They stopped doing that, or there was very little of it, right? And so now they're doing that a lot on KHON. They're doing really good kind of puff pieces. Um, I love what they're doing with sports. Covering like local athletes and what they're doing during this time with COVID. They're featuring some high school, um, athletes that are getting a lot of, like, what are they going to do going to college? Some of them have a lot of college offers. Uh, Professional Hawaii athletes, like what are they doing? And how they're interacting with the community. They're doing a really good job. I mean, I love watching the news now because they're just good news stories. It's not just like regurgitating stuff that I can just find on the internet somewhere. Anyway, and this is really the only way I can get out of the house. Like, I've been in the house all day. We're not allowed to leave the house. Um, at least in this video game, I can run around. And these are all other live players. I mean, there's some bots in the game, but most of the people are live. Well, so, where's my teammates? I do not want to be here on the roof. You know what? Yeah. I'll do that. Need a vest. I need a vest.
There's somebody next to me.
Who's that? Blue?
So there's someone next to me on my right.
Okay, gotcha.
I got two guys, one on my right and one in front of me.
Guy in the building. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I usually end up dying here. Oh, nice.
Dead.
Yay.
They're all dead?
Yeah, he was in stuff.
Was there only one team that landed with us?
That I'm not sure of.
Oh, I didn't have a vest, that's why I died so quick. I don't want to shoot that rocket launcher, but
I can hear one more.
There's more people, you said?
Yeah,
Or
275, 240. Very close to me.
there's still more, or you get them all?
I got this guy.
oh, lots of ammo. Ooh. Okay, oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, there's a crate that landed on top of the hill at 190. Dude, why are you pushing me? You guys want to try go for it?
It's a 190.
Yeah, it's on the top of the hill. You can see the smoke.
Let's go.
Oh, there's a guy up on the hill. 155. Yeah, he's dead.
Hey, Dr. Echo! Hey, that was my last teammate last game.
You killed your teammate.
That fucker killed me. He didn't die.
By himself? Well, he was an insta. Nobody's going up for that drop?
I'll go over in a minute. I gotta do it.
Oh, this is steep. MK14, anybody?
Yeah, I can take it.
The Panzer, dude. You sure you don't want that?
Haha. Too bad.
I mean,
Too bad you
can
can't
take
reload
if
it.
you want.
Want to go down and
Let's
check the
go
town
and
down
get it,
here?
dude. Town? Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't think there's
You
anybody
guys
on
don't
this-
want it? You guys don't want it?
Oh, you can have it.
Nobody's gonna take the MK?
No, Hitman is.
I'm taking it.
What I need is a level 2 backpack.
I
Ah,
dropped
fuck.
the mini. I dropped the mini here.
You dropped the what?
Mini 14.
I'll grab that.
It's right on the drop.
Let me know if there's a level 2 backpack down there.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Get away from the.
Bro, that shit literally blew up and I thought it was over already.
Oh my god!
It blew up half of the team.
Oh, that
Look at
sucks.
that though. It blew up once and then I was like, alright, and then didn't come back. So I was like, okay, I guess it's done. So I went back in the building and it fucking died.
Yeah, that's what I would
That's
think.
BS. This is stupid.
It drops on one building and then it stops.
That's some stupid shit. GG, I guess.
GG, man.
GG guys.
Purple zone, man. That sucks. Oh my god, Blue, get out of there! That's BS, man. In the same spot twice.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, it fell the same spot.
Yeah,
What's
that's
going on?
okay. I see guys far 110.
Yeah, I see them. Let's stay here. One guy was climbing up this hill from the other side.
Okay. Oosh. Oh shit!
Where is-
Right on the other side of the rock by you. Oh, he's hitting my pan. Yeah, nice. Got any nades?
Nah.
There's a guy to your right on the top of the hill.
Yeah. He was trying to raise him. Ah, shit.
There they are. Like just right. Oh. Left, left. Ah, there's a drop right there. Pushing up on you. Hey! Actually made it to second place. Amazing. Hopefully we can get a more tropical map here. Got lucky with the zone. That's kind of BS. Our teammates got blown up by the purple zone. It's bad enough to have the red zone. So the red zone kind of are these random spots that you can normally hide in a building and it'll be like bombs being dropped and it won't destroy the buildings. But the purple zone, you want to be out in the open because if you're in the purple zone and you're hiding in a building, the building gets destroyed along with you. So I got a little thing on my head right there. I don't know how to fix that. Okay, where are we gonna go? following Mini Slice. Yeah, I'll go wherever Mini Slice goes.
Oh gosh. Well, then I'm out.
What? We need a leader.
I'm not a leader. I'm gonna go somewhere shitty. Because you guys freaking...
Oh my god. That's a great spot.
No, it's a shitty spot. It's shitty.
Oh, great.
But you guys...
There,
You guys
there's even
wanna follow
there's even an
me,
underground
so
shelter too.
whatever. Oh, what? I never knew that.
Yeah.
Well, then you better show me the way, master.
Are we being followed? Look at that. See, there's nobody following us. This is a great spot.
Well, it became like last minute, and you guys were like, no.
I'm gonna check the bunker. There you go.
What do you mean bunker?
Yeah.
I wanna see this. I wanna see this bunker.
Oh, this bunker sucks.
And you pull up my leg. You guys are lucky I didn't just fly into the ocean.
Ooh. Oh, 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 hello. Some of that, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Need attachments here. Nothing. Okay. Grenade. Ammo. Need ammo. Need some heals though. First aid and stuff. Got that just in case. Oh, big backpack. Right. I'll need a better helmet. Some attachment. I definitely need first aids. I only have bandages. Hey. Usually there's some good stuff on the toilet. Oh man, they went to Severny without me. Hey guys, I'll meet you at Blue Mark. Minnie? Can I catch a ride?
Yep, I came to get you.
Thank
We're
you.
going to Blue. You're driving.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I guess I failed to mention that.
There's a bridge right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just keep going across the river.
Wait for our teammates here. There should be people here, I would think. Okay, that's the red zone, and you don't want to be out in the open in the red zone. Oh. Yeah. Anybody down there, Yellow?
I don't see it. I mean, the doors were closed, so who knows?
Oh, look at that. Some more ammo. Okay, I think that might be enough, though. Need a better helmet. Better scope. Good too. Yeah, I don't think anybody landed here.
I don't think so. And there's a drop, like, right over the hill from us.
Oh shoot, let's go get it.
Like 250. You wanna go?
Yeah, let's go get it. Oh, people are there.
I hear shots, I hear shots.
Oh my gosh. How'd they see me? You got smokes? Hey, Yellow, you got some smokes?
I have.
You smoke me and come res me? Nice. Oh, I lost my helmet. Oh shoot, they're coming. Oh, that's green. I need to heal. Thinker shot me in my head.
I didn't have any scopes. I don't have a scope.
Yeah, I don't have a good scope either. We need to go, yeah, you guys wanna... They're fighting over there. Let's head over to the, head over to the zone, guys?
I say we run and bypass these mother.
I need to find a new helmet. Got shot in the head by an SKS. That's not fun. Those guys went to go shoot those guys? No, they're still in Razan. See in the garage here. Oh ho ho! Oh. Yeah, let's go to the zone. Oh, there's no time.
Alright, let's go.
My bad. The wrong way. Woohoo! Oh my god, they went right through school? There nobody at school? I don't know where we're going. We're gonna go to Pochinki.
I really need a scope.
Oh my lord! Scoop?
Can you guys kill somebody so I can...
I only have a 2x scope.
I have a cheek pad if anybody
Oh,
wants
yes,
it.
please.
I'll trade you a scope or a cheek pad.
I don't have I have a 2x.
Oh, it's okay. I dropped that.
Hey, we got zone again. Oh, I don't have a helmet.
Dang it, there was a helmet in that shack back there, level 2.
What? Oh my gosh. I needed that.
I think we should just stay at the high ground.
I'm just
right?
gonna
Yeah.
check out these houses over here. If I get shot in the head, I'm gonna die. Uh-oh. These doors are open. Help! Oh my god, I can't even see where this guy's shooting me from. I think he's in the compound, I can't see him. Can't see him. Jorge. British. The British guy? Excuse me. Oh, here we go, Daniel. I'll go with Daniel. Hello.
What's up?
Where are we dropping?
Good, wherever.
Wanna go Cosmo?
Sure.
Oh,
Ooh, couple squads.
gonna hit these houses down here.
One guy up at this warehouse right here.
Come on, pick it up. Make our way to blue and green.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I'm just, looking for a vest.
There's none in here. I looted this whole area.
I just dropped a
Where?
level in
Where?
there. On the bottom floor.
Oh,
A level 2 over here.
Let's just go to 4. There's some on him.
Yeah, there's level 2s all over, level 3s.
ow. Vests?
It's outside on this. You gotta climb up here and jump. Or jump
There's
out the
one
window.
up here too. On top of this, there's one up here.
There was some shots to our south, so I'm gonna go towards that.
You won't walk. Yeah, it's walked in.
I'm bringing it just in case for next zone.
Need to find a better helmet. Any helmets? Level 2?
It doesn't look like it.
Level 2 backpack?
Found them.
Okay.
I don't think I can hear
They're
them. Can
at
you find them again?
the yellow mark.
Yeah, I can find them again.
It sounds like that compound.
Oof, they're
One's
trying
running.
so hard.
There's one running in the field in front of us. Jumped into a building here.
There's two. There's two running through the building.
Northwest.
They're at the wall. There's two. One more.
I didn't realize we were gonna hide like pussies.
That was smart. Pretty late, so it's gonna take a while to get into a game. Everybody's sleeping now. Okay. Might not be able to get into a game here. And if that's the case, I might do a little thing again. Oh. Oh, it's actually able to get into a game. Ooh, this is gonna be a quick jump. Okay. Oh. Just one guy coming with us?
This.
Okay.
Oh, multiple. GG, guys.
Get a backpack? There's another guy in the town. He's in the closest building to you, Green. It's taking too long. Oh, that guy just YOLO'd it. God dang. Wow, that guy's hacking. He only hit me in the head. That guy full sprayed me from across the map, only hitting me in the head. What? I have no idea where the bullets are going, man. I have no idea. I have to go hunting. Yeah, matchmaking time is taking like super long. Hunt a little bit. Last time I went hunting, didn't find anything. No animals. I mean, we spotted some bear, a couple of deer, but other than that, not much. Nachi Heights. Nachi Highs. Where's the wind blowing? To the west? South? Southwest. Uh, let's go in this direction. This is 9 a.m. Okay. Harvest an animal with a. Oh, okay, that's the same mission from yesterday. So 5 days in lockdown. At least I still get to go hunting. Not real hunting, but like real hunting. Sometimes you find animals, sometimes you don't. And sometimes you get a good shot, and sometimes you don't. Last time I was here, there was a lot of bear tracks. I'm not. Oh, elk. Sounded close. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a herd. Okay. This is going to be pretty tricky. Gonna have to go really, really slow. I don't want to go this way. I want to kind of go up and then that way. thought they were like right around here. That's a weird sound. It's gonna creep in through these trees here. Okay, so I spooked them. The wind is not the best for me. It's blowing kind of sideways. They might have been able to smell me. That's old. So usually you can tell from looking at the tracks in real life, like if an animal was running or walking, by kind of the shape of the impression, the distance between steps, you know, like how deep it is and stuff like that. And then also like how fresh the dirt is or the leaves are. You can kind of tell like how old the tracks are. So I'm assuming in the game that's kind of what they're doing. Yeah, I'm going in the opposite direction of the tracks. I'm gonna try and call them in. Oh, you guys can't even see the game. There we go. Not really seeing any movement here. Oh. So just keep moving on. I wish there was a slower walking speed. Normally when you're walking through the jungle, you're not just tromping around. Looks like they would come here to get something to drink, huh? Oh. Kind of neat thing about this game is you can actually get tired. If you're on the bottom right, you see my heart rate. When it turns red, that means I need to take a break. Oh! Was he just like... Was he just lying down? I just ran up right on him. What are you... Oh my gosh. I just ran up on him. I mean, that's a cow, not a bull. Jeez. if this is the poop made by that thing, it should be fresh, right? Yep, just now, so... Definitely went through here. I have a ladder stand. Yeah, that's it. Try to get into a hiding spot. That's a bull. Young bull. Definitely not relaxed. He was definitely not relaxed. There he is. Well, guess he's not coming back. Yeah, he's walking. I see him walking into the trees over there. Coming up to some steep area. It's kind of a topographical map, so there's a path right here. And right here it gets really, really steep. This is the mountain, the cliff. You can see that right there. That's indicated by these lines that are close together. The flat areas where there's not a lot of line, that kind of shows that this it's a flat area. If there's any around. I think I entered bear territory again. Animals should be coming out around noon when the sun's at its highest to come out and get something to drink. So I may go back to my ladder blind. And just sit there and wait till the animals come out. Look at that, that's beautiful. Oh, this blind hasn't been built yet. Get in. Okay. So I'll just sit here and wait. 11 o'clock, so it's kind of around the time when the animals will come out. Oh, you can hear some animals. I'll just sit here and enjoy the view. I wish I had a chair. Oh. I'll just sit here and wait till some animal shows up. One of the hardest thing about blind hunting is staying awake. You know, you're just sitting there in the shade, looking at the beautiful scenery. The wind's blowing, birds are chirping. Next thing you know it, you're fast asleep. Dreaming of a huge monster buck trophy. Photos of it. Having your friends come over and congratulate you. Good job. Way to go. And then the sound of an animal in real life wakes you up. And that's when you like fall off your chair. You know, your bowl like falls over, makes a noise. Or worse yet, like the animal's like sticking his head right into your blind. And you let out a little and you spook the animal away. So yeah, part of blind hunting is staying awake, that's the challenge, and constantly looking around. Scanning, we like to say. Keep scanning. Now, a tree blind, a tree stand is dangerous. Because just like hunting in a blind, unlike hunting in a blind, you're like 20 feet up in the air. And hopefully you have yourself tied in. But when you fall asleep, you fall off the tree stand. And that's a long ways down. So yeah. If any of you wondered, what's the big deal with hunting? Why do so many people love to hunt? This is it. And you're like, I don't get it. This is boring. Well, it's boring because you're watching me do it. If you were doing it, it'd be different. Right? It's like sitting on a beach. Like, oh, that's kind of boring if I watch you sit on a beach. But if I'm sitting on the beach, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. $11.20. The good thing about being in a blind though is like the wind, you can see the wind is blowing. The blind does cover some of your scent. I mean, I would prefer to shoot an animal coming from this direction because again, the wind is blowing into my face as opposed to shooting an animal this way. Because, you know, like the wind will come through this window and out through this window, and they'll probably smell me. Look at the water. It's kind of neat, huh? I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's realistic, but it you know, kind of gets the same feeling. The grandeur, the beauty. Take a look and see if there's anything across. Pond. And I'll usually give like 3 or 4 hours sitting in a blind. But in a video game, I don't really have that kind of patience. So 7:35. Keep them moving. There's moose tracks all over the place. So this is kind of a good spot. Huh. I could actually put this game, just leave the game running and like go to sleep to it. This would put me to sleep. Give me a good night's rest. I mean, nothing is more refreshing than falling asleep in nature, you know? Make a nice comfortable blind. Shade. No? Take off your shoes. Lay down, relax. Just take it easy. And just let the sound of nature lull you to sleep. Back in Ronachi. Moose came running through here. That's very old. Probably tell by looking at it, it'd be all dried up and grayish colored. I think everybody knows what fresh poop looks like. Right? Not a lot of people know what old poop looks like though. This is about as noisy as you can get. Romping through the woods. Just doesn't take a lot to spook animals, you know? Something just doesn't feel right, or you just hear something weird. You know, like the animal hears something that just sounds out of place or unnatural. And they're programmed to just get out of there. That's how they stay alive, you know, that's life and death. For us, we've kind of tuned out to that kind of stuff, you know? Where am I? Kraken. Yeah, we're tuned out to that, and that's kind of our natural, you know, our natural instinct. You know, if you're in the wild, you kind of learn that real quick, because the fear of death is real. You know, there's predators out there, and the predators don't make mistakes either. They need to eat, right? So they're definitely not doing what I'm doing, for sure, right now. It's just tromping through the woods here. Yeah, the moose is walking. See if I can find some poop. See if this is fresh moose. Old moose. I'm kind of tired. Well, 30. I mean, in the middle of the day, they're probably better down. Okay, here's some poop. Take a look at the poop. Okay, that's old poop. Not much point in following that trail, huh? Try this trail here. Ooh. Oh, an elk. Or take a rest in this stand right here. Okay, looks like I already built this stand. Alright, so that's it. That's it for day 5. Actually, we're on day 6 of our lockdown right now. It's 12:49. So I'm gonna end it here. And try to stay away from the news. Unless it's good news. Hopefully we can get some good news. Oh, speaking of good news. Apple and Tesla split today. So if you were wanting to get in on some Apple stock or Tesla stock, this is the cheapest you're going to get it at. That's some good news. Anyway, that'll be it for today.